there, guys. I'm glad you're jumping on here with us. I have my friend here, Michaela Smith, who is recently the Lord has brought us together for a special purpose. And I've started a Facebook page called Mugs for Michaela, and I'd like to tell you about that. But before I do, I'd like you to meet Michaela and hear a little bit about her story. So Michaela, I heard you at church a few weeks ago, and I saw this joy and exuberance coming from you about the opportunity you have to be on the mission field.
Yes.
So would you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was just in Zambia for 13 weeks doing a missionary boot camp pretty much. And it was just preparing me to be a missionary in the nations. And I was called about 3 years ago, and yeah, I'm just excited to go back and preach the gospel to people who've never heard.
That's an exciting endeavor.
Yes.
And so, Michaela, why do you want to become a missionary?
Yeah, so the Lord has called me to mission, so I have to do what He's calling me to.
That works the best.
Yeah. But there's so many people in the world who have seriously never heard the gospel before. So it's my job to go preach the gospel to these people who have never had an encounter with the Lord and just don't know anything about Him. So I get to teach them how to have a relationship with their Creator.
That's a great calling.
Yes.
And so you're planning to go back to Zambia.
Yes.
And what will you be doing when you're there?
Yeah, so when I'm in Zambia, I'll be heading up the entire children's program of Eastern Province. There's different provinces in Zambia, but I'll be heading up the entire kids program, so I'll be teaching the little ones about Jesus.
And that's exciting because the little ones will go home, they'll tell their parents about it,
Yes.
and you'll see this widespread ongoing of the gospel.
Yes.
And the little children shall lead them.
That's right.
Yeah. No better way for that to happen. Yeah. So Michaela, you'll be traveling, I understand. You're going to stay in the town of Chapata, and you're going to go from there out to the neighboring villages.
Yes.
How far would that be?
Yes.
That you'll go?
Yeah, so villages are spread out in many different areas. So I'll be traveling between 30 minutes and 3 hours away from where my home will be. But every single day we'll come back to our base, so that's a lot of travel time. So it's definitely important for me to have a vehicle to be able to go to these villages and back.
And so, if the Lord would give you the desire of your heart, what do you think would happen in the next 6 months?
Yeah, so in the next 6 months, I would love to be fully fundraised and back in Zambia.
And that's where Mugs for Michaela come in.
Yes.
Because you need to raise monthly funds. You need funds for a vehicle so that you can go out in the field and see these folks. And so the Lord said, just as she's stepping out in faith, I'd step out in faith too, to make mugs and offer them for sale so that folks can purchase them, make donations with them, and then I can forward those proceeds to you and hopefully keep you going out there in the mission field. So Michaela, we've made a couple of different mugs together. You and I have gotten together, and this one is one we made specifically about Zambia.
Yes.
And there's a whole variety of mugs, and here's one about faith. And if you know someone who needs a lift of faith, this would be a nice inspirational mug to give to them. So on my Facebook page, there will be a whole variety of mugs for you to see. I'd love it if you just go there and click on and take a look and see if there's a mug that suits your needs. Thanks so much for joining us. Michaela, thanks for joining me. I'm so glad that we had this opportunity to not just be here right now, but to join together in this little adventure.
Yes, definitely.
We're going to see what the Lord does with Michaela's servant heart, with my creative heart, and with your generous heart. And let's see the ripple effects that go on from here. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out my Facebook page. Thanks for stopping. Bye-bye.
Bye.